I said I wanted to play the Adepta Sororitas, and here I am. I believe that I have put about, I don't know, 15 minutes before into playing a little bit of the Adepta Sororitas, but not much. I'll go ahead and let the intro cutscene rock.
Life is worthless without faith. Faith in the God Emperor. Faith that he will save mankind. The Adeptus Sororitas are the guardians of that faith. These people were our people. And when the world was lost, when the cities fell, we defended them from the Xenos, the heretics. But soon we stood against the dark, alone. Others would have lost hope, but not the Adeptus Sororitas. And finally, our faith was rewarded with the blessed Celestine at our head. We will save these people for the God Emperor!
Alright. Not quite as crazy as the Mechanicus' art. Okay. So, let's see. This looks like a very solid start position for gathering a lot of food. However, the Sisters of Battle seem to be like the Space Marines. They use requisition instead of food as their primary resource. Okay. Let's go ahead and outwards here and claim the first couple outposts. See what's around us here. Don't see any particularly interesting start positions. If I were to settle right here, would I be able to claim... I don't think I could claim that fermentation pool. So, we probably want to move... Do we want to move? I suppose this is fine. We'd rather go ahead and just get this... Get the first turn of building in. Okay. So, let's see here. What do we want to build first? We will want to build a battle chapel first, which provides a population limit, a population cap, and 2 requisitions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear up the forest on our city center, and I'm going to put the infantry building there. Now, let's see. I don't know what the basis of the Sisters of Battle economy is. I'm going to assume they're quite similar to the Space Marines in playstyle, because, well, they're pretty similar to the Space Marines. Gonna be going for the hero building first. I believe I have heard they're a little bit overpowered, was what I heard. Though people tend to make these kinds of balance statements pretty, they make the statements pretty strongly and off of generally pretty little evidence and usually a lot of emotion. So I guess I'll see firsthand if they seem that strong. Of course, I'm not the arbitrator. What's the word? Not arbitrator. I don't decide how the balance is in this game either. I certainly have my blind spots. I've only put in, what, 150 hours of this game? That's hardly enough time to be some master of understanding a game's balance. Let's see. Okay, we got Gene Stealer cultists. Doesn't matter. We're Sisters of Battle. We're heavily armored. We have Shield of Faith, which 17% invulnerable damage reduction. Sheesh. And we're in a forest. So, nice. Sisters are tanky. Wasn't expecting that. I mean, I was expecting them to be on the tanky side, certainly. Because they're wearing the same armor that the Space Marines do. But, sheesh, I wasn't expecting a 17% damage save. These guys are going to run off into the night. Oh, and they got more goons. I hate it. Luckily, it's just Gene Stealers, so it doesn't matter. Let's see, we're going to go ahead and have these ladies get closer. Lots of Gene Stealer cultists. Well, we could try and shoot the neophytes from here, but they have such ridiculous cover save as well as the shroud going on that all that put together protects them. We'll move in a little bit closer. Do a little bit more damage, but not by much. What is this ability? Light of the Emperor. Oh, every 10 turns they can increase their accuracy. Okay. That's cool. We'll go ahead and use that. Just see what effect it has. From 4 damage to 4.5. Not a huge amount. And let's see. Probably can be able to finish them off with the help of this extra squad here. Excellent. So let's see. We got a desert stretch here. Our city is very much in forest territory. And I believe the gimmick of the Sisters of Battle is that they can, unlike the Space Marines, found additional cities. But their additional cities can only expand to 1 tile outwards. So they don't get the whole ridiculous thing the Space Marines do of building 1 mega city. But they get, to a lesser degree than, let's say, the Imperial Guard or the Mechanicus, they get the ability to still build somewhat of an empire. Let's see. Oh, enslavers. Fantastic. Let's see. We're going to want to get to work on a hero building soon, then. Something a little bit stronger in the early game to deal with such a strong early game threat. Gene Stealers on both sides. That's not great. Probably going to want to fall back a little bit. Can't take on both at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, let's just fall back. Let's play it safe for a little bit, just until we get a 3rd Sisters of Battle unit out. Okay. Let's push forward a little bit. We've taken a little bit of Overwatch, but it's not really that bad. And then we can go ahead and pour on a little bit of fire onto these Gene Stealers, onto these Neophyte hybrids, and get them to pull back. While here in the city of Stearns Port, we can get a unit of Battle Sisters out. Let's see, we're going to need energy soon. It's the one resource we are definitively lacking here. So we'll take any of these forest tiles, and we'll go ahead and just clear it out and replace it with energy buildings. Are they going to run away? Not really. Yeah, they're coming in closer, actually. Let's see. We can go ahead and trap the Gene Stealers so they can't get away. Won't be able to kill them this turn, though. Took quite a bit of damage from that Overwatch, but that's how Gene Stealer cultists work. They actually do decent damage on Overwatch attacks. That's what separates them from the standard barbarians. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't be moving this close to where I last saw the Enslaver. And of course, naturally, the AI is moving in its other Gene Stealer cultists to try and finish off my Sisters of Battle. I overexposed myself a little bit here, but I think that it'll not really be that bad in the end. Actually, come to think of it, I should probably go ahead and take the offensive and wound these guys, so that they leave the other sisters alone while they flee. Okay, we're going to be tearing up the forest tile here and then replacing it with an energy building. Actually, no, what we should be doing is we should be building the energy building first. Okay, let's see. Going to be taking Cells Herbs. Then after that, we'll probably take Dialogus. Sisters Repentia. I remember these guys being quite good. Or these ladies, these chicks, whoever. But we're going to, either which way, want to push through the research tree until we can get Ministorum Workshop and Preceptory Annexes. What building produces settlers out of the... Hang on, let's see. Who is our settling unit here? Whoops, that's Astra Militarum. Adepta Sororitas is down here. It was... They were wearing hoods. Was it the Hospitaliers? Yes, it was. Hospitaliers found cities. And where are they built? I'm going to assume it's the hero building. until I see another option in the research tree that indicates otherwise. Alright, we can go ahead and finish off these Genestealer cultists while these sisters run back home to heal. And soon they'll be joined by a third unit of sisters. Gonna hide in the city of Sternsport just to be safe. Never know what's hiding in the fog of war. For instance, more Genestealer cultists. This is a lot of Genestealer cultists. Okay, we're gonna have the rest of my Sisters of Battle units hang out and wait. My singular other Sisters of Battle unit will have it hang out and wait here. Let's see. How long is it gonna take this Sisters of Battle to heal? Probably a good solid 2 or 3 turns. Now we can push a little bit back here just to be ready to hit that Genestealer cultist. Okay, we've got a power building. We're gonna need requisition. So, let's see. 6 requisition. It'd probably be smarter to put the requisition building on a tile that has a forest on it. It could be a little bit of a waste of time, but let's go for it right here on this tile. Because we're going to need to pay for more sisters to take up more of the outposts, which can cover for so many economic flaws. Okay. Now, the Genestealer cultists are sitting around waiting in ambush somewhere around there. Let's keep this sister unit in cover. Does not look like the Genestealers are anywhere around. Now it looks like we're clear to go ahead and take the ruins of Vol back. There we go. And the next turn, we will be able to finish these Genestealer cultists off. Excellent. Oh, they've got Shroud now, I see. Oh, and there's another unit of Chaos cultists right there. Genestealer cultists and Chaos cultists working together. Who'da thunk? Well, I value the Sisters of Battle more than I value the deaths of any of these units. So I'll choose to finish off the Chaos cultists rather than... Well, I'll choose to bring down the health of the Chaos cultists rather than finish off the Genestealer cultists. As I would rather that the Chaos cultists do less damage, because that could potentially hurt this Sisters of Battle unit right here. Alright, and goodbye, Chaos cultists. One less Barbarian to worry about. Okay, and our Sister of Battle unit that is sitting in the city is fully healed and ready to get back out in the field. Let's see here. Dialogus, Sisters Repentia. Which one? I'm gonna go with the Sisters Repentia. I remember them being really good. I remember them being very fragile, but I remember them putting out lots of damage. And I remember them being cheaper than the standard Sisters of Battle. Oh, joy, a webway gate to work down. I'll take my time with it. Alright, we have 4 units of Sisters of Battle. Let's go ahead and join them all together. They're strongest together in a group. Should I put the building to sleep for the moment? Probably not. The ability to take more is always good. Let's go ahead and invest in more requisition then to pay for a bigger army. And we'll slowly work that webway gate down just so it doesn't take up real estate. Don't know if I'll ever want to replace it with anything, but who knows? Maybe the Eldar are on the board. Gonna have to close in on it eventually. Yeah, we'll go ahead and move our units up so the sisters can do a bit more damage to it. And this one we'll let sit on Overwatch. Okay, Croot Hounds. Those aren't too huge of a threat to Sisters of Battle. There are certainly worse barbarians to run into. I can definitely recall a couple times as Space Marines, though, that the Croot Hounds wound up being a big problem. We're going to have this sister sit here on this Shard of Vol to heal. Oh, that's a lot of Croot Hounds. Okay. Alright, here in Sternsport, we've put in 2 requisition buildings. Right there. We cannot yet expand outwards into the Grox pasture, but it's not really a problem. We're going to want a hero building, though. So let's go ahead and get to work on a hero building in the tile that we have. Hang on, what does the hero building generate? Influence and loyalty. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that going there in that tile where we've already got the power building. Okay, that Kroot is going to move in and get its free attack. Ooh, it's going to kill a whole sister. That's unfortunate. They always do a lot of damage just through sheer numbers, though. So, should have anticipated that. And there they go. Probably want to move up this remaining sister so that she will be ready to help fight the Kroot Hounds here. Because those guys are such a menace in the early game. Just for their ability to sweep in and out of the fog of war and finish off a wounded unit. Okay, we've unlocked Sisters Repentia. Let's see. Very armor-piercing weapon right there. Let's see. They hit a bunch. They also have no armor, not that much health, but they hit pretty hard. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, they've also got Solace and Anguish. Right, every 10 turns they can take half damage for a turn. Nice. Okay, let's move forward just a tad and claim that pipeline. Plenty of outposts to claim out here. All of them probably good. While we move our research forward, let's research loyalty buildings. Always, always, always need those. Just a total necessity. Oh, Vespids! That's not a great barbarian type to run into as a heavily armored faction. Particularly, it's a combination of the fact that they have a pretty good armor-piercing gun, but also the fact that they can just run away and be more or less unimpeded in their efforts at running away. Though they didn't do very much damage this time. Alright, and goodbye. Let's check out what's going on up there at that Jacaro encampment. We got a unit of Kroot Hounds. Let's see, let's push ahead a little bit. Let's not get into the Overwatch zone of those Genestealer cultists. And let's get the Kroot Hounds down to enough damage where they'll ideally leave. We've got another unit of Battle Sisters here. Let's do a light bit of scouting around here up north. While we order a unit of Sisters Repentia. Or Repentia. I'm not sure which one it's supposed to be. Can never be too certain with Latin. Little bit of a dead language. Okay, we'll forge on ahead just a little bit with these sisters. Let's try to go into somewhere where there's cover, though. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. A bastion, that's unfortunate. But something that can be dealt with. In time, not right now. I definitely don't have the firepower right now to pull that off. Let's see, bunch of industrial hellscape up here. We can choose to attack the bastion. That doesn't seem like a smart idea. Let's hold off and save Overwatch just in case. Because if we can hit the bastion can probably hit back. Ah, Kroot Hound stole a pipeline. That's annoying. We should go down and deal with that. Don't get too far, though, because these other two sisters need to heal. Okay. I was about to say, there's a unit of Gene Stealer cultists that went missing some time ago. They're currently shrouded, so let's not bother them. Oh, that's a lot of Kroot Hounds. That's annoying. Yeah, well. Okay, well, we'll finish off this one unit of Kroot Hounds and take the pipeline back. +2 energy in the early game is quite good. Energy's hard to come by unless you settled into the desert. Let's see. A webway gate to slowly tear down? Sure, why not? Alright, here in Sternsport, we have a hero building up. We can get the Canoness at a very affordable price. Very nice. Let's see, let's go ahead and tear down the forest here on this tile, and we'll replace it with another energy building. Oh! A sudden ambush. How could I have expected this? Well, there goes the Gene Stealers. The Kroot Hounds, however, may be a problem. Just for their ability to run away. If we corner them, yeah, we can wipe them out. We can wipe them out. Let's see. There's another unit of Kroot Hounds right here. It will probably... Let's see. Let's do a little bit of damage to them just to get them to leave. Just to spook them off. But whenever we leave that area, the Kroot Hounds will probably take the pipeline right back. What are we looking at here? Chaos Cultists and Vespids. Are the Vespids aggressive? No, they aren't. Okay, let's concede this territory to them for now. One singular unit of Sisters of Battle aren't going to be able to beat them. The Webway Gate's gone, though, so that's nice. Okay, let's have some healing continue here. Until we get some Hospitaliers online, at least. Okay. Let's have these two hang out here, at least until the Kroot Hounds or Gene Stealer cultists come back around. Meanwhile, back in the city of Sternsport, we will put down... We could probably use a research building. A research building would probably be time-saving. So, let's go ahead and do that. After that, though, we need to look into a population cap building and a loyalty building. Of some kind. Okay, this sister will have join up with the others. It looks like the barbarians are going to wait until we leave to take that pipeline back, so I guess I'll let them. Better to stick my units together. Sisters Repentia are up. They move 4 times, really? Huh. That was probably part of why I thought they were quite good. That's a good amount of early speed on an early aggressive unit like that. We'll hold off on producing any more infantry for the moment. Should I? I think those Repentia do have good potential. But the requisition could be better off saved for a later time. It's probably better to hold off just for a moment. We can get Hospitaliers later on. Okay. You know what? Just because I'm curious and bored and want to see somebody just get rinsed, I'm going to do a bunch of damage to these cultists. Oh, we lost a sister. Ah, that's unfortunate. Ah, well. Let's see. We'll go ahead and take the Act of Faith to take way less damage, and we will in kind... Wow, the Sisters Repentia did take a lot of damage. Yeah, well. It's worth a test like that just to see how effective they are, just see how accurate my memory is of them being so good. We'll send the other sister there to help them instead. Now, let's see. There's a set of Gene Stealers around here. Or was it Chaos Cultist? I don't remember. And a Vespid. So we'll be wanting to deal with that. Let's see. We'll hold off again for another turn on building any infantry units. Okay, the Sisters of Repentia are taking way more damage than I'm comfortable with. It is unlikely they will win this fight, so we will pull them back to the city of Sternsport, which will protect them. And these Battle Sisters will be stepping up to do damage, just to spook the cultists off. Let's see, we'll just put the Battle Chapel to sleep until we're ready to produce Hospitaliers. Okay, all these sisters are healed up, so let's get them in there. Not much capability to attack these Chaos Cultists, but it'll work. Nope. Okay, let's see. I'm going to research Hospitaliers. Though reducing the cooldown of Acts of Faith also sounds really good. We're going to need to put in more energy buildings soon, so that's going to be something to prioritize. After the research building is done, which it currently just finished, got a Canoness out here. She actually can shoot with her combi bolter. It has a range of 2. That's nice. And she also has the Silver Stake, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does stun Psychers. As well as the Passion, which increases her melee accuracy, and she can level up and take an ability. Let's see. Increase the accuracy of nearby infantry. Restore morale of the target unit. This unit and adjacent allied Adepta Sororitas units cause attack units to lose morale. Oh, that's probably pretty good. We'll go with the passive buff for now, though. Just do the slightest bit of damage. Okay, we're not going to need any more Canonesses. We're going to need somewhere to put more energy buildings. Which I suppose this is as good a spot as any. Looking at it now, because of the cliff face and this lake, our building options in this spot are actually going to be quite limited, so that's unfortunate. But the game will probably be over by the time that becomes a problem. Well, the cultists are very dedicated. We'll let the Canoness do a lot of the work. Her Overwatch is worse anyways. And if she prays, if she does the Passion ability, she does no more damage than she would ordinarily. Nonetheless, the cultists are gone. Alright, let's see. Are these ladies all ready to move? They are. We'll take that Shard of Ball. Oop, we've got more Vespids. Oh, and we're getting hit by Overwatch. Whew. These Vespids presumably will start attacking me now that I've hit one of them. They seem to have a more passive behavior than most barbs. Maybe I'm just perceiving that incorrectly, though. I could be wrong. Let's see, we've already leveled up to level 2. Nice. Let's see, I'll take Divine Deliverance. That sounds good. And we will also go ahead and go shopping. Now, what for? Well, let's see. We're only generating 16 research a turn, but that would go up a lot if we purchased the Scrolls of Magnus. But if we purchase a Tantalizing Icon, that is a extra 8 influence right off the bat. Forbidden Knowledge, let's see, what's the... I don't know what the maximum, the level 6 ability the Canoness is, but it's probably not anything that crazy. The Tantalizing Icon and the Scrolls of Magnus both would pay off quicker. Let's go for the Scrolls of Magnus. It is really good at getting access to the later parts of the research tree earlier. Let's go for that. Excellent. Can we not get more in the shop? No, we need to get another couple turns extra influence. Speaking of influence, the Canoness costs us 4 influence. So if we get her the Tantalizing Icon as well, which, come to think of it, it's kind of ironic to buy these crazy Chaos items on a Sisters of Battle unit, But if we get the tantalizing icon as well, that should cover her influence cost. Wouldn't cover her requisition cost, but that's not the end of the world. What is at the end of the research tree for the sisters? Let's see. A Titan? Yeah, that's probably good. Hunter-killer missile. Grants all ground vehicles the ability to fire hunter-killer missiles. Increases loyalty bonuses granted by Convent of Faith. A sacred right that returns damage back to the enemy attacker. Units keep Shield of Faith even if they're low on morale. Okay. Now, hang on, what is this? Convent of Faith. What is Convent of Faith? That is probably a mechanic they get, isn't it? Hang on, let's go ahead and pull up the compendium then. Let's see, factions. Adepta Sororitas. Yeah, I should have looked at this before I started. Let's see. Shield of Faith. Units benefit from a variety of damage reductions, including Witchfire. And they lose it if they go low morale, apparently. Food and Aura are replaced by Requisition. If units have enough morale, they can perform Acts of Faith, so gotta keep morale high. Based on the Holy Trinity of Bolter, Flamethrower, and Melta, the sisters are known throughout the Imperium as the Scourge of... Yeah, okay. Sacred Rites use influence to temporarily improve the combat abilities of your units and the war efforts in your cities. A limited amount of Sacred Rites can be active at a time. Adepta Sororitas imbued with the Emperor's will. See, okay. When a unit is killed, nearby units benefit from a morale loss reduction. Tiles increase the loyalty output of your city. Right! Every tile that the city expands into gives an extra loyalty. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to want to get to the end of the research tree quickly for that. Explore sites. Explore Sororitas holy sites with Hospitaliers to accelerate research. The sisters get even bigger debuffs from morale loss than most units. We get one main city, and every additional city is limited to a one-tile radius. Okay. So I'm starting to get what makes them special. I'm pretty sure I had learned that tile loyalty thing already before. Oh, that's a lot of Vespids. Okay, we're gonna have to pull our women, rather, here back a little bit. Form a perimeter around them, because the Vespids will fly around to wherever is most advantageous to them. They have that ability. Let's see, these Battle Sisters are going to need to go back and heal. This Canoness, we'll have her sit on this tile for a little bit longer until she can afford the tantalizing icon. Alright, here in Sternsport, we have unlocked an extra tile, so we will be tearing that tile up and replacing it with... We'll be tearing those woods up and replacing them with an energy building when the time comes. This Canoness will skip her turn. As will all these ladies up here, waiting to overwatch a Vespid that comes closer. Oh, Kroot. Kroot Hounds, the Barbarian AI always is really good about keeping a unit of Kroots in reserve to just seek out the wounded units you have. It's crazy how good they are at it. Okay, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting to see. More Vespids. They're going to do quite a bit of damage in kind. Let's see. Now, the Kroot are going to be a problem, but so are the Vespids. Okay, let's see. Push up ahead. Damage these Vespids more. We can't finish them off, but we can get them to leave. And we will do some damage to these Kroot Hounds as well, just to get them to leave as well. It's causing morale loss for the Vespids. Apparently they know that their buddies are getting killed. Why the dogs and the bees are even teaming up, I don't know. Oh, we can finish off these Vespids. That's nice. Good. Okay, the Canoness still needs to wait another turn before she can afford the tantalizing icon. Okay. Now what we're going to need to do... Oh, hey, we've got Hospitaliers. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to have this sister sit on this outpost to heal for a minute. The other sisters will form a perimeter around her until she is ready. The Canoness will purchase the tantalizing icon. Excellent. And with that, she will be covering her own cost and generating a bit of influence. In Sternsport, let's see. Yeah, in Sternsport, we're going to be getting to work on Hospitaliers. So we can investigate that holy site over there and start healing. And the Canoness, now that she's got the tantalizing icon, can go join the other sisters in the front line. As can the Repentia, though the battle sisters need to heal a little bit longer. Let's see. We're going to want the Ministorum Workshop, absolutely. Wow, we can get St. Celestine this early? Nice. I'll be going for her, yeah. Probably going to want to find an anti-vehicle unit as soon as possible as well. The Sisters Repentia may be good at it, because they do have such high armor piercing, but probably be smart to grab a tankier anti-vehicle unit as well, just in case we run into something out there that's pretty nasty. A Castellan, for instance, we'd have no idea what to do about. Let's set all these girls to hold ground. Sternsport. Let's see. We got requisition, energy, research, and influence all coming in at pretty good levels for this to be this early in the game, but I've taken a lot of outposts, which indicates to me that I should be taking more outposts. Let's see. What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to expand into this tile over here, not only for the loyalty benefits, but also to expand and set up more requisition buildings. I'm also going to order a set of Sisters Repentia. I should also probably build another battle chapel. That would be smart. So, I'll get to that later. Okay, the Canoness can move up, as can the Sisters Repentia. We will end the turn. So Chaos Cultists are going to move in, eat some Overwatch, do a little bit of damage in kind. And we will have the other sisters flank around to hit them in the sides. Yeah, they're just about done, and then the Sisters Repentia will be able to finish them off. Excellent. More Vespids. I hate it. So, it is interesting they chose to move next to the Canoness, because the Canoness is probably the tankiest unit I've got in this army. She is not going to take much damage at all. Yeah, that was virtually nothing. And in kind, let's see. Oh, this is not a passive, this is an active buff. Well, I'm never going to remember to use it otherwise, so I'm going to go ahead and use it now. Oh, wow, that's a wide radius. Sheesh. That's quite good, then. That wide of a radius. Oof. Alright, let's go ahead and finish these bees off. Alright. We'll go ahead and move up and claim this fermentation pool. The extra requisition is far from bad. And we'll have that Battle Sister unit heal up on it. Meanwhile, back in Sternsport, it's time for us to get to work on more requisition buildings. More requisition means more units. More units means more outposts. More outposts means more money. Without having to put any money in to upkeep it. The Vespids probably will take a lot of damage from the Sisters Repentia, come to think of it. Let's see. Okay, we've got the Ministorum Workshop. I'll be looking into that eventually. Not right now, though. It's a bit expensive. One thing at a time. Let's see. Choose Research. We'll be taking that. Yeah, we'll be expanding the city out another tile, because there's plenty of good stuff to get in the surroundings. Just about everything on this tier of research looks quite good. Gonna need more research. More research. Hospitaliers! Excellent. We'll be going ahead and taking up a holy site right there for the free research. And we'll be having everybody just hang out until they're ready up and healed. Back in Sternsport, we will not produce any more Hospitaliers. We don't need that many. Though, at a 1.5 requisition cost, that's not a lot. We're going to need population cap. We're going to need loyalty here. One thing at a time. Okay, now, if memory serves, our Sisters Repentia... Yes, Sisters Repentia are really good against monsters. Excellent. Big, stupid beetle gorillas have nothing on 5, like, practically naked, like, crazed loons that are all scarred up and maliced and calloused up. Maliced up? I don't know. With big chainsaws, apparently. Apparently this is how it works. Don't know why, but it's just how it works. It's unfortunate for them. We're making some progress here in terms of claiming outposts. Need to do this in every game. It's almost as if that's what you're supposed to do, and playing conservatively and sitting in your base all day is the opposite of the intention. Yep, the Ambuls are moving in to try and hit the Repentia. The Repentia can probably take as much damage as they give. Or rather, they can't, excuse me. Let's see, we're going to have to move them back a ways, because they take a lot of damage. And the Kroot Hounds will probably gladly do as much as they can to her. Well, there's only 2 of them left. I can probably call one of them her. Let's see, and there goes those Kroot Hounds. Okay, how much damage can we do to these Ambuls? Not very much. Enough to get them to leave, maybe. Okay, let's take that Holy Site. Excellent. Provided 37 research. Thank you. Sternsport here. We are ready to put in another building. Let's see. We'll be putting a population cap building in on that tile. It'll be taking a good long while because since we put it off, we're starting to suffer from underpopulation. Ooh, a Shard of All. Ooh, fermentation pool. Lots of good outposts around here. The influence outposts, they're never terribly exciting. It's probably because of the influence outposts, though, that it's sometimes easy to forget about the influence upkeep cost of expanding your city. Okay, the Sisters Repentia here need to go get healed. Let's have the Hospitaliers do a little bit of that. See, how much do they heal? 6 health points. That's not crazy, but Repentia don't have that much health to begin with, so it doesn't make a huge difference. And they're just about ready to get back into the fight already. Alright. Oh, we got a second Sisters Repentia unit. Excellent. Let's see. Let's hold off on producing infantry for the moment. Nah, let's go for it. Let's see, a unit of Battle Sisters. Why not? They're good all-around units. Sisters Repentia, they're a little bit dedicated to their purpose, but these are good all-around units. Increased growth rate in cities. Probably gonna need that soon. So we'll hit that, and then we'll go backwards and hit some of these research techs. Necrons! Oh! Oh, why's it gotta be the race that's really hard? The faction that's really hard to play against. The Total War Warhammer's got me calling every faction race. I've never liked that. It always sounded a bit uncomfortable. And Lord knows Warhammer's got plenty of uncomfortable alt-right kind of stuff going on. That's not to say that it is alt-right. I'm not crazy. But you know, it's always been a little bit uncomfortable how there are definitely fans of it. Well, then again, I guess they can be fans of anything, can't they? They can ruin anything, really. Let's see. Alright, we're going to be pushing up just a tad. Do a little bit more healing on the Sisters Repentia. But yeah, the Necrons. I don't like playing against the Necrons. At least with a race I don't really know yet. It doesn't help that I don't have too many armor-piercing units running around. Though the Sisters Repentia turned out to be a good choice. That's funny. Let's see. Probably want to start building lots of Sisters Repentia in the city of Sternsport. Can I... I'm not going to be able to just change tracks here. Gonna be running into some issues here, though, because they took one of my outposts, and I don't like that. My outposts belong to me. And I value my things. Let's see. I'm gonna be moving up just a little bit, just a tad, here to take that pipeline. I do want the pipeline. Energy is hard to come by, especially in terms of energy outposts. Oh, we can attack the webway gate and do some damage to it, I guess. Yeah, tear it down. I doubt there's an Eldar AI on the map. I don't get Eldar very often from the RNG. Get Necrons pretty often. Get Imperial Guard pretty often. I don't get Tyranids very often either. Chaos! I get Chaos a lot from RNG. Wind up spawning into a lot of games with Chaos. Alright, we're probably going to want some units down here looking into what's going on with the Necrons. Oh, they took a pipeline. That's annoying. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple more units here to move. I'll set these units to hold ground. They'll cover for the other sisters that are healing. Wondering how much of the map I have covered that's really my territory, my ground. Oh, that's pretty close to my city. That's bad, because I know a Necron Lord can slowly whittle down a city by himself if there's nobody to stop him. Because Necron Lords can take so much damage and can dish out so much damage. Well, they don't dish out a whole lot, actually, but they just have the ability to heal and tank so much damage as a result. Okay, again, take that Shard of Vol. Up here, we have claimed this pipeline. Is there anything else up here? No, it doesn't look like. Gonna have to move down and do some Necron fighting, I feel. Which probably would be smart to set some Sisters Repentia up. Oh, the Necron Lord chooses not to steal that Ruins of Vol outpost from me. That was awfully nice of him. Oh, Genestealer Cultist. That's boring. On some level, it's an exciting thing to run into the other AI players instead of the Barbarians, because you get pretty sick of seeing Ambles and Genestealers a lot. And I don't know why, but there's just been a lot of both of those particular Barbarian types. Let's see, let's have the Sisters take up the front. They can take a bit more damage than the others. Just had to resituate some stuff around here. Alright, that's a Ruins of Vol claimed by the Necrons. I'll be taking that. They've taken a good couple. Let's see, I'll take, from here I'll take the St. Celestine. Seems silly to turn her down. You know, slow goings back in the city of Sternsport. I ignored the population cap for a bit too long, I think. Okay. What all can we take here? Okay, that's the northern side of their city. Let's see, are there Genestealer cultists around here? No. Okay, I'll take this old one artifact then. So the Necrons forward settled that city there. I probably should be settling my second city pretty soon. However, for the moment, I've been ignoring it, which is maybe a unwise choice. I mean, for Sisters, it seems like the second city isn't as important to get as early on as the other races, but I'm hardly an expert. Oh, good, Genestealers. At least they're simple to deal with. Alright, here in this calm before the storm, I'm going to go ahead and call this recording. I'd like to get a nice full night's sleep, and I'm recording this rather late. But when I come back, we'll be looking down the barrel of a fight with some Necrons, which could be interesting. Could be a problem. Necrons have historically... I'm not smart. So, Necrons tend to get me, a lot of times, between their high armor and high healing. Now, I know of at least a couple armor-piercing tools for the sisters, but we'll have to see how effective they are. With that all said, I will see you folks later.